Jason, what do you think about what he's saying about playing to your strengths? I guess it's no different than you wouldn't put a catcher on the pitcher's mound. You wouldn't put a pitcher on the, vice versa and so forth. You get
Right.
you'd find the strengths. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, he's exactly right. And right now, it's even more critical to, first find your story and then communicate your story. And because we're emotional beings and we're going to connect on an emotional level. And while everybody else is, they're doing transactional type deals, like your iBuyers and things like that, that's going to be here. That's going to be around. But, and at the end of the day, people value service, and I'm sorry, right now, customer service is in a very short supply, and so if you can, and that's why it goes back to our motto is to expect that excellence, and that's what we value, and we want them to see that and to connect with it.
Amen.
Huge.
Absolutely. Right on to your point on it is, we all have strengths. And when you get up to bat, that's not the time to figure out your strength, is it?
No.
Am I going to hit better?
Left-handed or right-handed?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But it is the time you spend prior to that'll make you successful on the base, or what's that called, over the plate. So you've got to figure out what makes you what you're comfortable at. Because you're going to take a lot of lickings, but at least if you're doing something that you're comfortable with doing, you're going to get better faster. Yes, we have to do some things we're uncomfortable with. That's okay. So the first thing I would tell you to do is you've got to play to your strengths. You got to identify your strengths and then build your strategies around those strengths. Make sense? If you're really good on the phone, then you've got to work the phone. If you're really good at networking, you've got to work the network. If you're really good at creating copy on email, you've got to do that. But you've got to get your message out. Look, the industry is going to be here. A lot of people are going to fall away. That means there's going to be less competition, and that means more people are going to be successful.
That's right.
So you just have to know, I'm going to make it. That comes to the second part, is commit. To identify your strengths, but then you've got to commit. And what is commitment? Commitment is making a clear, distinctive decision to go. It is not a decision to table. It is not a decision to wait. It is a decision to go. You've got to identify, is this my industry? And a lot of you guys, I'm telling you, if you're not focused, if you're not in tune with where you should be and doing the things you should be doing, each and every day you'll be looking for something else. I hate to be that guy, but that's the reality. So you've got to
preach it, brother. Preach it.
Yeah, real estate. Is this it? Am I committed?
Have you heard that before, Jason?
What?
Have you ever heard that that idea before? Committed.
So, right. Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. Real quick, I want to touch back.
Sure.
A little bit ago, whenever we were first introducing you, you were saying that you've had to recreate yourself or something to that effect. That reinvent yourself. And
reinvent.
So, I've had to do that many times, and I'm sure everybody around this table has done that. And that's kind of the life of an entrepreneur, and you have to embrace that. And so, reinventing yourself, even within the same industry, is it's something that we're all kind of having to do right now, and to see, what is going to change, how it's all going to shake out at the end. And so, right now, reinventing yourself, it's a good thing.
Jason, that's exactly my point. You don't have to move careers. To your point, that's exactly what I'm saying. But you better reinvent yourself, right?
Yeah. Are you going to be like Circuit City? Who's Circuit City?
Absolutely. You will absolutely. You'll be Sears and Gone, right?
Right.
So you really
Jeffrey
have to
the Giraffe.
reinvent yourself. What is it?
Jeffrey the Giraffe.
Toys R Us. Yeah.
Toys R Us.
Yeah. Okay.
They're
so
gone.
you have to commit to reinvent yourself throughout this process, especially now, because what we were doing last year the year before is not going to work. Some of it's going to work, we know that, but it's constantly reinventing. And that's the great thing about being an entrepreneur. Look how many jobs we've had. Look how many times we've been fired. It's just, all of these are experiences that we can draw from when it gets challenging. So you're going to constantly be reinventing yourself and applying things that will work now that did not work in the scenario before.
So
The next part is then you go ahead. Go ahead, Karen.
no, I want to reference. I know we said about staying where we're comfortable. However, there's some people listening to the call, and I'll speak for myself. But if I was just comfortable doing something, I wouldn't be doing half the things I do today that really turn heads and have boosted my business. So I do challenge everybody out there that, challenge yourself to do something you've never done. If you've never done video, I mean, go back 4 years ago on my videos. They were horrible. Like
Yeah.
didn't even,
they were horrible,
not,
yeah.
they were terrible. But now I feel more comfortable and people are like, you're so good at it. I'm like, no,
But you weren't.
But I weren't,
Yeah.
I wasn't. And I just challenge people to say that if you want to do something, you can do it if you commit to putting the effort in it. So like the other day, I wanted to do 3 videos and 2 voicemails, but I needed to make sure the voicemail sounded like it wasn't just a commercial or something
Going
like
through.
that. Yeah. So I had to do it like 25 times and I gave myself only 2 hours to get all of it done. Right. That was a challenge, very uncomfortable, and it was not easy for me to do. And I had to make sure to do that because there's only so much time in the day and only so much time in the week to make that happen. But so I challenge everybody out there. Yes. If you are a people person, yes, do things people related. If you're great with writing, emails, that's wonderful. But if you only stick with email and you never step out of your comfort zone and you never get out in front of somebody, I would challenge you to go to a networking event. I would challenge you to talk to some stranger that you've never talked to, because all of a sudden you're going to start to do that. And then you're going to be the person that's working the room, and all of a sudden you have so much more business and more opportunity that you never knew you could ever have, And so I just bring that up because yes, go to your strength, but also challenge yourself to do something that you've never done, because in a year from now, you're going to maybe the pro
Absolutely.
at that
and,
field.
Yeah, you stole my third point, so I appreciate
there you
that.
go.
I got
Sorry about
nothing
that.
now.
She does that a lot.
Well, to wrap this up, you got to commit, and part of that commitment is to learn new things. But after you commit, so first of all, let's real quick, commit to your industry, right? Commit to that industry, which means I'm going to do every single thing I know to do as well as I can until I get better inside this industry. Right? I'm going to do everything.
Yes, sir.
Once you've made that mental decision to commit, it's like the universe parts, but it's probably just God blessing. But it's like the universe parts, and a sense of clarity comes to you. And once you've done that, once you understand this is my industry, now you've got to decide. To Carrie Ann's point, you decide I will do whatever it takes to be the best. Right? I'm not comfortable doing videos. I will do videos, but I can't do a 5-minute video, but I can do a 30-second video. I will do whatever it takes, even if it's uncomfortable, to achieve my dominant objective, and that is to be the very best in my industry.